confused about what the agreement to amend contract actually is in North Carolina? Well, I'm Dustin Owens over here at Mantle Realty, and I'm here to help you out and tell you how it can save you a lot of time and energy when putting in an offer to purchase. First of all, a lot of underwriters hate looking at scribble all over a contract. They want something nice and clean and all the numbers and details filled out and initialed and everything else. So as soon as you start making modifications to a regular offer to purchase, sometimes they're gonna be like, make changes or redo the whole contract. Amendment to contract can actually help you out on a bunch of different scenarios. First up is your purchase price. You can change your purchase price right here on the amendment to contract and change it from this amount and now going to this amount. So it makes all the changes across the board and everybody understands that it's there. Other things that you can change is your additional earnest money. So you can increase, decrease your additional earnest money. You can change your additional earnest money date. You can change your due diligence fees or the due diligence date. Big tip off of changing anything that has to do with your deposits, whether it's earnest money or due diligence money. Make sure it has enough time to get into the other person's account, because sometimes the underwriters are gonna be like, oh, you didn't give us enough time for it to get through your attorney's escrow account. That money doesn't count. Or they didn't deposit this in time. We gotta wait to make sure we can see this deposit happen and transfer from your account into the other people's account, whichever way it actually is. You can also change your escrow agent. So if you decide, hey, I don't like this lender, I wanna use somebody else, you can just put that right here in the amendment to contract change. Another thing that we see used quite often is the settlement date section off of here. So you can just change your settlement date. Now in there is a checkbox that says only check if this applies. And what it's stating is it talks about the delaying party and the time frame that it has. So on the contract, it states right here, the delay settlement closing paragraph in the contract is hereby amended from the sole purpose of changing permitting the time of the delaying party may delay completing the settlement closing from 7 days to 4 days. Layman's term means that you now can only have 4 days extra after the closing date to actually finish the contract out. Another thing that we see this amendment to contract actually get used for is whenever it is an amendment for the expenses to the buyer. So say that your buyer came in and needed a lot of repairs that they found on a home inspection, and they say, oh, you give me $3,000 in closing costs, we'll call it a day, we'll go ahead and close on the property. This is where you would use that. Another example of something might happen off a home inspection is sometimes a home inspector will come in and say, there's not a lot of life left in a lot of these mechanical units, whether it's the HVAC system, your dishwasher, hot water heater, whatnot. And sometimes a buyer will say, oh man, I didn't realize that. I want a home warranty. You can actually use the amendment to contract to actually put that in the contract, whether it's actually removing the home warranty or that the buyer may obtain a 1-year home warranty for a blank amount of money. All these things can actually be used to help you finish out your offer to purchase, keep it clean, and keep underwriting happy. So if you've got any questions on how to fill this out or want an example, please let me know. Again, I'm Dustin Owens over here at Mantle Realty, and shoot me a message if you want any other videos. I'd be glad to do them for you.